Hello everybody, my name is Lori and welcome to the Icing Artist. So this week I am so excited. We are going to be doing my brother's wedding cake. It's going to be a 3-tier wedding cake and it's all like soft green rosettes going all the way up it. It's going to be super simple, so let's get started.
So I've already baked my cakes and divided them into 3 sections. I've baked a blackberry kind of vanilla cake, and I've just piped a border going around the outside, and that's to keep my blackberry filling on the inside. So I've baked an 8-inch, a 6-inch, and a 4-inch, and I'm just going to stack my cakes up like this. So each tier has 3 layers in them, and just going to stack it up between buttercream icing and filling and my next layer of cake. Once I've stacked it up, I've just put some dowels into the tier. So there's 5 dowels in my bottom tier, and that's so my second tier doesn't sink into it. And you're going to want to do the same thing with your second tier so that your third tier doesn't sink into it. And I'm just going to cover each one of those cakes in a thin coat of buttercream icing. And then I'm going to start stacking up my cakes. Now between each tier, I've actually put my cake on a cake board. So my 6-inch cake is on a 6-inch cake board, and that again is going to help support the cake. I'm just going to make sure they're nice and centered and continue stacking it up. Now to hold all of the cakes together so that way they don't kind of topple all over each other, I'm going to stick a dowel going in from the top all the way down to the bottom. So I'm just going to mark it and cut it and then insert it into the cake. I will be posting a video at some point of actually how to assemble a full 3-tier cake. So this is just kind of a quick video and going down to the rosettes. When you're making the rosettes, you're basically making a lowercase e. So starting off in the center and kind of rolling the icing around it. I'm using a 1M tip and a disposable piping bag to make my rosettes. So you just want to go along like that. And then when you're making the second layer, you're going to staker them in between the 2 first layer. And then keep going around. So you're just making little lowercase e's with the piping bag. And as I'm doing each layer of the cake, like each layer of rosettes, I'm actually fading my buttercream a little bit, so it's fading from a soft green up to white. And in between the tiers, I'm just going to pipe a little layer of buttercream icing, and that's going to be soft green. I'm going to smooth that out so that way there's a nice soft kind of flat edge on the top of each tier. And go ahead and start my next layer of rosettes. Each tier has 3 layers of rosettes in them. This cake is super simple and it's actually really quick. It's probably the quickest wedding cake that you can do, or quickest kind of 3-tier kind of cake design. It looks really elegant and pretty, but it's very, very quick. And the top of my cake, I'm going to ice that nice and flat and smooth and continue doing my rosettes around it. And there you go, cap it off. And then I'm just going to stick a beautiful little bouquet of flowers on top of the cake. And this is what the cake looks like when it's all done. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I was really happy with the way this wedding cake turned out. This was actually my first kind of wedding cake. So I was a little bit nervous, especially because it was my brother's wedding cake and I was in the bridal party, so it was this big fuss. But it ended up turning out okay and they absolutely loved it. So I hope you guys really like it too, and don't be afraid to try it because it was super simple. And you can use the rosette technique and do just a single tier if you'd like to do something like that as well. And a special congratulations to my brother and his beautiful new wife. I wish you guys all the happiness in the world and congratulations. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my wedding cake and take care.